Yo, what's up, guys? Quick live stream. A lot of promos today. Sportsbooks trying to keep Tuesday interesting, also trying to keep baseball season interesting. And we got the WNBA. So, WNBA, we've had a lot of bets on the previous live streams. I've explained before, like, obviously it's not as popular to bet on as the NBA. The WNBA isn't, but like, there's a lot more inefficiencies, I would say, in the market. So we can go ahead. Let me share my screen. We'll just do a brief live stream, kind of look through some of the games, see where we can find value. So I've explained before, like, don't sleep on promos, prize picks with their Dinger Tuesday, all that sort of stuff, right? Like, this is easy money. Even if, I've explained there are certain sports books. So, like, there's a sports book called, what are they called? Sleeper. I mean, this sports book, I've basically been able to find zero profitable bets on it. So if we go over to Sleeper, it seems like there's never any value on it. It's always just negative EV plays. Whereas you look at Fliff, and Fliff's the opposite. Fliff, there's a bunch of plays. There's typically a lot of profitable bets. On Sleeper, there's very little value. But again, like, they offer an $100 sign up bonus, first of all, which is nice. You get a free $100 for signing up. And then, second of all, they run a lot of these no brainer promos, which my friend told me about, which is why I actually sign up, right? Like Caleb Martin, his points line comes down from 16.5 to 0.5 points, right? So the more books you have, Derek White. I actually want to play with Derek White. You can see right here. I think I gave this out on Twitter. But, anyways, like, you know, long story short, the more books you have, the more sign up bonuses, the more profitable promos to take advantage of. Sometimes there's good promos on, prize picks. Sometimes there's good value on FanDuel. So FanDuel, you place $25 on a player to hit a home run. They've been running this promo for like, 3-4 years now since I signed up for FanDuel years ago. This promo has always been a thing, super profitable. I think people have done out the math. There's like different promo accounts on Twitter and stuff. This promotion is worth thousands of dollars per year if you remember to bet it every single time. So the way it works is you bet $25 on a player to hit a home run in a game, let's say Aaron Judge in the Yankees game, you get a $5 bonus from FanDuel for every home run hit in the game. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's kind of start out looking for value on, a few different sports books. So you can see we got some value on Underdog, we got some value on PrizePicks, and we can flip over to the WNBA, see what's out there. So like here, right, for Naneka, this is kind of a perfect example of, like, as a sports bettor, you're like an investor. There's literally millions of things you can bet. This is the most random market in the world. WNBA player rebounds. Very niche sport, and then a very niche market. WNBA player props, most books don't even have lines, but you're going to see there's like, dozens of books posting odds, or not dozens, but maybe like 10 sports books posting odds. They all have different lines. There's all these different players. There's thousands of different players you can bet on. So you want to hunt and you want to look for value, right? You don't just kind of like pick things randomly. Like, you're looking for those needles in the haystack where a sports book is screwing up big time, right? And obviously, like, promos are easy money, easy value. But in general, value is not that easy to find on sports books. So, like, for Naneka, all the sports books have her line at 8.5 rebounds. There's no value in the market. There's no discrepancies in the market. All the books have her line at 8.5. Again, some people would be like, oh, but I looked at her last 5 games and she went over in 4 of the last 5 games. That's public information. That's baked into the market, right? Like, all of historical data, things like that are baked into the market. So unless in all these books, right? FanDuel, billion-dollar company, DraftKings, billion-dollar company, like, all these books have invested a ton of money in their ability to set lines. They have better models than you. They have better data feeds than you. So the way you beat them is you find discrepancies between these sports books. They all want to have different lines from one another. So you want to hunt for value in the market. So here's a good example of a play I'm also not going to bet, right? Ezi Magbegor. Underdog has her line at 9.5. Here's a discrepancy. PrizePicks and Parlay Play have her line at 9. FanDuel has her line at 8.5. But DraftKings and some other sports books have her line at 9.5. So it looks like sportsbooks have the line at 8.5 with the over around, like, minus 140, minus 145 odds, or the line at 9.5. So there's not like clear value in the market. There's not clearly one sportsbook that's slipping up. Same thing here. right? Like 5.5, 6.5. Like you want to look for ideally very clear discrepancies, clear value in the market. So we can continue to go through. Player points sometimes is decent. I mean, you can try player points plus assists. Again, there's nothing complicated. Like, I like this tool. Some people don't, right? The fantasy optimizer, right, is really easy to use because it just tells you the profit margin of your bets and shows you the profitable plays in green. So for my Prize Picks Taco Tuesday, if you want to take a look at what I already went with, it was this bad boy. So, like, I mean, nothing complicated. I just grabbed some plays from the fantasy optimizer. This play on Acuna was from the positive EV tool. So I just like grabbed these plays, right? The play in green. So the fantasy optimizer makes it really easy to find profitable bets on FanDuel. But I like the sportsbook screen because it just kind of shows you the raw data, and like, again, the positive EV tool is very different than the sportsbook screen. So, right, books not only can set different odds from one another. So you can see here, all the books have Porter's line at 7.5 rebounds. There's no like discrepancies in, oh, should Porter's line be set at 11.5 rebounds? Like, there's no discrepancy in where his line should be set. The discrepancy is what should the odds be, right? But what the sportsbook screen, this thing allows you to do is see where do books have different lines from one another, because books not only they set odds independently, they set lines independently. So you can see here, right, like this random sportsbook Betano. So I don't need to see this twice. I'll filter out, bet parlay play. But like, 21.5 points plus assists for Alyssa Thomas. Betano has her at 22.5. I mean, again, it's not like a major discrepancy. Tiffany Hayes, all the books have her line at 16.5. There's no value in the market, right? Like when I was a trader, like your whole job is like look through the market and look for value. It's not like you're trying to bet on every single player. You need to take a bet on every single stock every single day. You're looking through the market and you're looking for, those few spots where you really have an edge. Where are there big discrepancies? And we know we have an advantage and we have data to back that up, right? It's kind of like being a poker player. You don't wake up and say, oh, I'm going to bet on Michael Porter under 7.5 rebounds. That's what square bettors do, right? Dumb sports bettors, right? That's like showing up at the poker table and being like, I'm going all in the second hand. And then you get dealt 2-7. Doesn't make sense, right? Like you want to hunt through the market, look for value. Just like if you're a poker player, I'm a pretty good poker player, is like, you kind of wake up. So here's a play that seems decent on Prize Picks. So you can see here, might as well start forming another little Prize Pick slip. And this you can only bet once, I think for a maximum of $25. So, I'm not going to be able to use this again. Sad. But regardless, we can go back to the NBA and we can take Porter. They bumped him down. So you can see, right? Like great lines don't last forever. I mean, that's another thing you kind of learn, you know, as a poker player, as a trader, whatever, is like when there's a good bet, like Porter under 7.5 rebounds, you can't just like wait on it for 3 hours and like think about it. You got to move, right? You got to place a lot of bets. And you want to place, and if you have an edge, you want to place as many bets as possible, right? It actually reduces variance. And again, like everything, all these things should make, decent sense. It's like if you're the best poker player in the world, you don't show up at the table, play one hand and leave, right? That's useless, right? If you have an edge, you want to play as many hands as possible. You may get dealt 2-7 on your first hand. So anyways, let's go to Caw Cooper. So we're looking at player points plus rebounds. Points plus rebounds. WNBA is sick. Fun to bet on. So we got Caw Cooper under 23.5 points plus rebounds, right? Again, like, we're just using data to find plays with an advantage. Caw Cooper, her line is 23.5 on Prize Picks. Underdog has her line lower. Parlay Play has her line even lower than that. So, I like this sports book a lot, Parlay Play, but it's not legal. I'm currently at home in Virginia, chilling at my parents' house. So what we can do is we can go to player points plus rebounds plus assists. So again, like every state has different sports books. So, if you're in Virginia, you and I use the same sports books. If you're in Arizona, you probably have different sports books. If you're in Canada, you probably have different sports books than all of us. So you can see here, right? So like here's one too. You could take her PRA line. PrizePicks has her line at 26. All the other books have her at 25 half. Seems decent. Ezzy Magbegor, right? So is this in the same game? So it's not. So we can go here, right? I'm all about these unders in the WNBA. So we can see here, Ezzy Magbegor, right? PrizePicks has their line at 23, two other data points, right? Books that have invested millions of dollars in their ability to set lines, they're pricing her around 22 half. That seems decent. Granted, it's not like there's a ton of data points, but still, whatever. We're looking for plays with an advantage, plays with an edge. This play looks incredible on parlay. Well, there's a lot of disagreements in the market there. But anyways, we can go here, player points. So what I was gonna say too is like FanDuel. We want this Varlin guy to record a strikeout. So again, like, let's go here to Varland. Where are you, buddy? So we got Varland over 4.5 strikeouts. Is again like if you use FanDuel, I mean FanDuel's located in a lot of places. This is definitely a promo you want to take advantage of. I placed a lot of home run bets already for today. So I can actually already log in and, kind of show you what I bet just real briefly if you want to tail some of these. And it's a pretty simple promo, right? Like, I mean, don't overthink it too much. Again, as I always say, like, yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, we're going to include that. I'll include that in a slip here in a bit. But let's go here. So here's what I went with on PrizePicks for today. So you can see PrizePicks Taco Tuesday. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players so far. And again, just kind of following the value. So Matt McLean to hit a home run is plus 600 on FanDuel. So if you go back here and you go to the positive EV tool, it's like, pretty clear value. Now it's plus 630. So you should definitely bet this, right? Like for this promo, Dinger Tuesday. And, the Dodgers game, it may run a little cold. There may be only one home run. You only get a $5 bonus from FanDuel. Some games will run hot, right? They'll have 4 or 5 home runs. You'll get back a $20, $25 bonus. But long story short, this promo, super, super profitable. I've kind of like went through it before. I'll actually just share this spreadsheet. Now, I am limited. I'm not sure if everyone has this limitation, but you can see here, it says max $50 in bonus per day. It used to be you could get unlimited bonus per day. If there were 20 home runs in a day, in the MLB, you'd get a $100 bonus, or 50 home runs, you would get a $250 bonus. Because some days there would be like 17, 16 MLB games. But regardless, it doesn't look like that's, now they're capping it at $50, which probably makes sense for them. MPJ points plus rebounds on PrizePicks. So here's a play on parlay play. Again, not a sports book I use, but like the more books you have, the better, right? Like more books, more promos, more profitable betting opportunities. So you take a look at Asia Wilson. Her line is 21 on parlay play. All the other sports books have her line at 20.5, or Betano's even lower at 19.5, right? So it's very clear, right? They're too high. Other fantasy sites are lower at 20.5. Then you can see FanDuel has the line at 20.5. So not only is their line lower, but they have the under favored. So that's like obviously a pretty good play that you could go with on this parlay play platform. So can keep looking through. Again, just trying to see if there's any clear discrepancies, clear value. Here's another one on parlay play. Unfortunately, this platform, this sports book, not available in Virginia. So you can see Tiffany Hayes, her line is 14 on parlay play. PrizePicks, Underdog have her lower at 13.5. Betano, a sports book, has her even lower at 12.5. Right. And I've explained before, but like, kind of on these fantasy sites on parlay play, you just got to win 53.2% of your picks to be profitable. So I'll just go ahead and share this. Let's take a look at Underdog. We can go over to Underdog. Why not? So let's refresh this. And then, we need to look through the WNBA a bit more, but whatever. So this seems decent, right? Ka Cooper under 17.5 points. Let's go over to Underdog. Let me refresh this. Yes, you can take my location. So what's cool about these Underdog, platforms? Nope. So I want to take her under 17.5 points. I want to take Porter under 7.5 rebounds. Right? This play is just from yo. So let's go here. So let's just do this quickly. We'll go over to Underdog. Okay, so Underdog, we need one last pick on Underdog. Long story short, right? So we grab this play from the fantasy screen. So again, on Underdog, what's optimal? You got to know these things like PrizePicks, you want to place 5-pick entries. Underdog, you want to place 3-pick entries. So I've explained before, but man, they moved this. So we got 2 plays now on PrizePicks that look decent. You want to place 5-pick entry. So again, things like this are important to consider because you look at PrizePicks, right? Any 3-pick entry, you're only getting a 5x payout for a 3-pick entry, right? Any 3 picks you select, you're getting a 5x payout. It's a fixed payout platform. Doesn't matter what 3 picks you select. Now you look at Underdog, they're giving you a 6x payout, right? So these differences, long story short, once you go through the math, Underdog gives you a 6x payout for any 3x entry, 3-pick entry, which is obviously better than 5x. Is that really affects, right? The strategy for beating Underdog Fantasy, which is one of the most profitable platforms that I bet on because they offer a lot juicier payouts on 3-pick entries compared to other fantasy sites like Jock Market, like Parlay Play, like PrizePicks. You want to be going with 3-pick entries. But anyways, we need a final pick on Underdog. So let's just kind of look through quickly, right? So this looks good on PrizePicks. Let's go. So we got some PrizePicks value lining up as well. So I didn't actually want this play. This was just an example play, but I did like these 2 plays. So we want to go to WNBA and we want to take Chennai. Nope. So there's 2 sisters. Please remember that. Don't want you betting on the wrong sister. But you can see here, right? We want to take Chennai under 13 points. Why do we like this play? Well, you could also get this on Parlay Play. I mean, FanDuel has the line at 11.5, a point and a half lower. Underdog's at 12.5. All of the sports books are at 12.5 as well. With the under favored, right? So PrizePicks, Parlay Player at 13. Underdog is at 12.5. FanDuel's at 11.5. DraftKings and its, squad are at 12.5 with the under favored. A lot of books have the line at 12.5 with the under favored. Following the data, right? So but we need a final play on Underdog Fantasy. So, and we also need 2 more picks, I think, on PrizePicks. So I think someone said check MPJ points plus rebounds on PrizePicks. So let's check out this. I'm all about fading Michael Porter Jr., that ball hog. So we can go here. We can go to player points plus rebounds, and we can search Porter, which is what the guy homie recommended. So, good find, right? PrizePicks has his line at 22.5 points plus rebounds. So PrizePicks got smart, right? We bet his under 7.5 rebounds. They moved it to, what is it now? 7. So they moved it down, but we can still get the value in points plus rebounds. So we'll take it. I don't know what they're doing with these sunglasses, but regardless, we're following the data. All the other sports books have this line at 21.5. 22.5 is pretty clear value. So, okay, let's go here. And, okay. Let's go back to the WNBA. And I think we wanted to check, you can find value anywhere again. So try to check as many markets as possible here. You can see Parlay Play, very exploitable sports book. So if you have access to it, definitely recommend signing up. Right? Just a lot of line discrepancies in general in the WNBA, which is nice. So we need 1 more play on Underdog, 1 more play on PrizePicks now. What didn't we check? So I don't think we checked points plus assists. Take a look at that. Any discrepancies? We need 1 more play. Right? We can go back to the EV tool, whatever. You can filter out FanDuel. But again, FanDuel Dinger Tuesday, definitely take advantage of this promo. it's the easiest $50 you're going to make, right? Like these bets are already really good value, right? They're already have a positive profit margin. And, like this is the easiest way. Like FanDuel is literally giving you a free $50 bonus today if you just play some home run bets. This is how you make money on FanDuel. Not that complicated. Find some good home run bets, right? So, like, just look for value. And again, you can also just on OddsJam, right? Whatever sport you want to look at, it's free to browse odds. So my recommendation would just be like go to MLB, right? Then pull up a game, pull up player home runs, and just look for where is FanDuel giving you decent value. Freddie Freeman plus 320 on FanDuel. Other books are offering a lot better odds. Don't bet on Freddie Freeman, right? Don't get ripped off. Like if you think about, don't get ripped off, poker, trading, investing, like pretty good advice in general, even though it seems very simplistic, right? Don't bet on Cruise plus 350. Caesars is giving you plus 420. Pinnacle is giving you plus 367. You may not use Caesars, you may not use Pinnacle, but those are two data points telling you, FanDuel is giving you an awful price. They're giving you an awful odds. But anyways, we got to find some bets. So let's try to move quicker. So let's go to player points plus rebounds plus assists. We can go to player assists. I forget if we checked player assists. Whoa. So not a lot of discrepancies. You can see books somewhat have it dialed in for especially the main markets, player rebounds, player assists. But still, I'm sure we can find some last minute value. So let's go here. Let's go player points. So let's see if we can round out. We have 4 picks on PrizePicks, right? These 4 for now. We have 2 on Underdog Fantasy. Again, we have 2 really good picks. Things can move quickly. So let's try to just get down a bet. I also just don't want to keep this live stream. Don't want to waste everyone's time. So this play looks incredible. Looks pretty good. Jackie Young under 20.5 points on parlay play. Most of the other books have her at 19.5. So here we go. Kelsey Plum over 16 points. This seems great on PrizePicks, right? So a lot of these plays come from the screen. Again, the sportsbook screen, it's a little more manual work compared to the fantasy screen, right? But that also means, sometimes you find some amazing plays because when you're using this tool, you're more looking for, where is she? Oh, WNBA, not NBA. So we got Kelsey Plum, right? Over 16 points. This seems pretty good, right? We're also, good enough. Like PrizePicks has her line at 16. Underdog parlay play 16.5. All the sportsbooks 16.5 or 17.5, right? On PrizePicks, like the strategy's simple. It's a fixed payout platform. I really recommend read through this presentation if you don't understand why you want to go with 5 pick entries on PrizePicks. Yo, what's up, guys? So let's lock it in, and hopefully you guys tail me with it. We could do a big slip. We could do a small slip. We could do a big slip. Let's go ahead. Let's lock it in. $500 to win $5,000 on PrizePicks. So we got Kelsey Plum over 16 points. Michael Porter under 22.5 points plus rebounds. Chennai under 13 points. Ezzy under 23 PRAs. Ka Cooper under 23.5 points plus rebounds. So take a screenshot if you want to tail it. Hopefully what happens is we crush these WNBA player props, and then we just got Porter left. Porter's a ball hog. That's always the worry with taking Porter under points is he'll put up 50 shots. But regardless, what else do we want to take? So we already got a really good play on Underdog, right? Ka Cooper under 17.5 points. Books have her line at 16.5. PrizePicks parlay play have her line at 17. Again, this is what I got on PrizePicks. If you want to hit that, MPJ is a solid one. Let's get this bread. I feel you. I feel that. So let's keep going. And again, please just take the free $50 from FanDuel today. If you use FanDuel, literally just bet on this Matt McLean guy at the least. Dodgers game has 3 home runs. FanDuel gives you a free $15 in bonus funds. And I mean, it's just super profitable, right? At plus 630. And a lot of people would be like, oh, but like, I don't want to lose money, right? Because I could lose $25 on this home run bet on Matt McClain to hit a home run. And it's like, I mean, sure, but take a look at this, right? So, like, WNBA, anything we want to boom and bust on Underdog. So what we can do is you can go to this arbitrage calculator. It's kind of the same thing as a hedge calculator, right? So like what you can essentially do is you could hedge, right? So again, you're getting a $5 bonus from FanDuel for every home run hit in the game. So you can see 630 minus 700. So we need to bet $25 for this FanDuel promo on a player to hit a home run. And then we're going to get a $5 bonus for every home run hit in the game, right? So we want to take Matt McClain to hit a home run for $25, right? Is what you could do is you could hedge at the sportsbook offering the best odds on him not to hit a home run, which in this case is Bet365. So you could hedge at minus 700 odds. And this calculator just like tells you how much to hedge with. And you'll see you're going to lose 219, right? So by hedging, you're just going to turn your play. You're just going to lose $2.20, right? So you're not like if Matt McClain hits a home run, you're going to lose 219. If he doesn't hit a home run, you're going to lose 219 by hedging. But again, the expected amount of home runs, like the average home runs, especially for a Dodgers game, Dodgers lead the league in home runs at like 1.75 home runs per game. So there's probably like 3 home runs on average in the Dodgers game. So even though you're losing $2.19, right? If there's even just 1 home run in the Dodgers game, right? You're getting a $5 bonus from FanDuel. Is this promo's profitable? So you could also just like hedge, if that makes sense. And again, there's like more information kind of about hedging and stuff like that. We have YouTube videos, whatever, you can kind of learn about. But what we'll do is we'll go here is we could take a final pick from the fantasy optimizer. Jokic over 10 assists, whatever. We'll go ahead. We'll lock it in. Jokic over 10 assists. Jokic over 10 assists. Jokic over 10 assists, right? Or you could take something today, Hayden Wieckowski under 4.5 strikeouts. So we could also take him under 4 strikeouts, right? So you can kind of take either. I mean, 3 unders, what's better than that? So I'm going to lock this in for 350. Underdog Fantasy hates me. I mean, you'll literally see the second I place this bet, they're going to auto remove the play. It's been one of my most profitable sports books this year and last. So if you want to lock this in, lock it in now. I'm taking Ka Cooper under 17.5 points. Again, PrizePicks. Ooh. So if you look at PrizePicks, so just, if you want to lock in these plays, this is what I'm going to go with. Ka Cooper under 17.5 points, Porter under 7.5 rebounds, Wieckowski under 4 strikeouts. And you're going to see where's Ka Cooper's line on PrizePicks. All these plays we've already kind of went through. All the sports books have this line at 16.5. PrizePicks has Ka Cooper's line at 17. Value on the under, right? All these books want to set lines independently. So as a sharp bettor, we're very strategic. We hunt through the market and look for spots where sports books are screwing up. But anyways, this is what I'm going to go with. 5 more seconds if you want to bet it. And we can go here and like no house advantage, see if there's any value, whatever. Like no house advantage is kind of another fantasy platform. Sometimes there's good plays. Sometimes there's good promos. Jock Market, another good one. So I recommend Jock Market. There's actually a ton of value. I've noticed there's a lot of profitable plays on Jock Market, but it's not legal in Virginia. So I recommend signing up. Anyways, Underdog Fantasy is about to remove these picks, but regardless, I'm going to lock it in. So we got 3 picks on Underdog Fantasy now for today, right? You want to go with 3 pick entries. This was just a test to make sure it was verifying my location, a little $1 bet, but regardless, like here's an actual bet. 3 picks. I'm pretty sure they'll auto remove these pretty quickly, and that Porter value is going to be gone. They hate me, but regardless. So like Jock Market, I definitely check if it's available in your location. I've been able to find a lot of profitable bets on it. I just can't use it right now being in Virginia. But that's kind of the nice thing of having, is every state has different sports books. You can see FanDuel, there's a lot of value. Joey Meneses, again, for this FanDuel Dinger Tuesday play, right? like pretty clear value. It just kind of does the hard work for you. OddsJam just points out value. You're getting him at plus 600. No other book offering better than plus 475. I mean, doesn't get much better than that, right? All these books have really complicated, sophisticated models. They're all pricing it around plus 450-ish. Like, what is FanDuel doing pricing this around plus 600? I don't know, but this seems like a great bet to go with, especially when there's a promo where you're getting free money for home run bets. So just even, taking advantage of the promos, like you can make thousands of dollars every month betting on sports, just taking advantage of these no-brainer promos, as I call them, like these plays on Sleeper, right? This no-brainer promo, free win on Derek White, PrizePicks Taco Tuesday, like, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out which of these promos are really good, right? Like Derek White to score a point, obviously that's a play with a, with a lot of value. This was for Game 7. He looks interesting. But anyways, we can go back here to FanDuel. We can pull up Fliff as well. So Fliff is a kind of new sports book. That's pretty cool. And the reason it's cool, and I'm not sure if that's the right word, but is they're legal in basically every location. So the problem with like FanDuel, certain books like that are they're only in a few states. So you can see I already locked this in as part of a parlay. But Fliff is available. They have a nice sign-up bonus, and they're available in a bunch of different locations. And they're very slow at adjusting their lines. So I've explained this before, but like what's cool about Fliff in MLB in general is there tends to be a lot of MLB pitching props available like throughout the day. And the reason is typically like, official lineups come out, updated lineups. So for example, who are the Reds playing today? So if we look up the Reds game, right? Okay. So the Reds are playing the Dodgers, right? So whoever's pitching for the Dodgers, I'm pretty sure that's Tony Gonsolin, right? Right here. So long story short, and you can see Fliff just took the odds down or they moved their line. But like, let's say like, the Reds update their lineups, like you can see here, whatever. Like there's people calling out the lineups on Twitter. But let's say they update their lineups and it's like, these players are pretty good or whatever, right? They don't strike out often. Well, that affects the Dodgers pitcher. So this Tony Gonsolin guy, that affects his strikeout line, right? That also affects his hits allowed line, his earned runs allowed line, right? Every time lineups are updated, players switch around positions, whatever, like everything changes, right? Because if the Reds play a lineup who are very prone to striking out, then you're going to see Tony Gonsolin, his strikeout line will get more favored, right? If the Reds are hitting a bunch of players who strike out a lot, then his strikeout line is going to get more favored. His over 5.5 or 4.5 strikeouts, whatever, may move from minus 120 to minus 130. But that's a lot of the times why lines move. But anyways, we can take this play, James Caprillion in the A's game. So already locked in some plays. I've been doing decent on Fliff recently. So we want to go to the Athletics game. There are no markets available. Pretty sure that's wrong. But anyways, maybe it's not working right now. But whatever. We locked in some good plays on PrizePicks. There's some value in the WNBA. We got a big one right here. And I'll be on live stream later. Anyone has questions about anything? I didn't really look at the chat today. Yeah, I do stuff. But if anyone has questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll do a live stream later. We'll hit some more WNBA bets. It'll be good. But take advantage of these profitable promos. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like this is the easiest money you're going to make sports betting. So hopefully this live stream was helpful. See you guys.